Hey, this is Tom Barlow from Masters Academy, Plymouth. I'm the head Jiu-jitsu instructor here. Today I'm going to be assisted by the lovely Scott as well. Today I'd like to share with you some strategies to start Jiu-jitsu fights. It's one of the very neglected areas that a lot of people don't deal with in Jiu-jitsu, so I thought I'd share how I start or what I look to do. So, the first thing, whether I'm going to pull guard or whether I'm going to start initiating takedowns, I always set up a simple kind of modified judo grip. Okay. And the way I'll do this, you can do this left or right-handed, it makes no real difference. But my first grip that I want to get is on the collar. Okay? So the way that I do this, if I just try and grab Scott's collar, he's going to defend it. He's going to stop me. So I don't. The simple thing I'll do is I'll fake with one hand and then I'll grab the other one. And that's just to get a reaction. So I go here, he tries to grab it, and I go to this position. Does that make sense? Now once I've got this grip, I'm now looking for this hand. This is my next grip that I'm going to look for. Okay? But I also need to be wary of his hand here. Okay? So there's two things that are going to happen. As soon as this kind of comes forwards, if he tries to grab my collar, I block it and I grab the wrist. I'm not going to grab the gi. If I grab the gi, he can circle, grab my gi, and then we just get into fighting. If I'm grabbing his wrist, it's a lot more difficult for him to do. Okay? And I'll kind of stretch that out a little bit as well to make it harder. But I also need to be wary of this hand, okay? Because he's going to try and grab my collar here, particularly if he's right-handed. Okay, so the way that I deal with this is just by opening and closing the window. If it's high, I use my elbow to cut low. Okay, if he tries to come over the top, then I lift my elbow high. Okay, and I do this even when I've got this grip here. So I'm blocking, he's going to try and get the collar grip. I go low into this position, I'm trying to move him around a little bit. I go high. Okay, and I'm just continually working this all the time. These two grips, whatever I decide to use, even if I go right-handed, it's the same thing. I grip here and I grip the wrist on the opposite side. This allows me to pull guard, it allows me to set up takedowns, it allows me to do pretty much whatever I like, and it's a good strong position. And it's a little bit one-sided as well because of this grip. Okay, so again, I start off, I'm here, we're trying to move around a little bit. I fake the first one to get a reaction so he starts to think about defending, and then I come over and grab the other one. Okay, and now instantly I'm defending my collar on this side. Okay, I go to his wrist, and then I'm looking at blocking the opposite side. Okay, I don't want him to get good control. Okay, that's all I'm looking at doing. Okay, now I can start moving around and setting him up. To set up like a basic takedown, all I need to do now is I want to get him to move forward slightly and I want to clear this arm. Okay, the way that I'll tend to do it is, if he grabs or if he does anything like this, all I'll do is I'll snap him forwards at the same time and I kind of just throw him by me. Okay, and this will give me a single leg on this side. So when we're here, I snap him forwards. Okay. So as I snap forwards, I step to the side. From here, I'm on a really good angle to start taking him down. So my forehead's going to hit his ribs. I drop to my knee, and my arm comes around his legs. Okay. The other thing that I'll do when I'm here, my hand goes onto my bicep. So I'm breaking his posture, and hand to the bicep here. And now all I do is I drive into him with my head, stand up, and I'm in a single leg. But you can see it's not very fair because his head's already pulled down towards the ground. Now from here, the basic takedown I always start with is I'm going to step sideways, step back towards his butt, and then try and put his butt on the ground. And this will lead to a good strong passing position. Okay. So let's look at this one more time. Let's go this side. So we're here, we're trying to move around a little bit. I'm like circling towards the side, I fake and I grab this lapel. Next one, I grab his arm. Okay. Now I throw him underneath my collar grip, step to the side. Okay. My forehead goes into his ribs, lock up his leg, stand up. Okay. Keep his head pulled down throughout all of this. I step sideways, put his butt on the ground, and I finish here. Really, at that point, you can go into any single or any sort of single leg takedown you like. Okay. But another simple strategy that we can utilize is when I go here, I do the same thing, I set my grips like the same, I pull him to the side, bring my head down. If he defends my first one, so I step sideways, he hops, I now pull his head down, lift his leg, and bring him down to the ground. Okay? And I just combine those two. So he's trying to go one way, he defends, I take him the opposite way. Okay, so the way to think about the takedowns, if I step sideways, if I step over this way, my goal is to drive my weight down through his hip. Okay. If I go the opposite way, my goal is to pull his head down and lift his leg. Okay, so these are the two things that I'm doing. with my body weight. So again, we're moving around a little bit, angling myself so he can't get a good grip. Okay, defend that until I'm ready to go. And I snatch. Grab his wrist on the opposite side. Now all I need to do is throw by and step. Okay. I throw by, step, forehead to his ribs, lock it in, stand up. Number one, I step sideways, drop down, start passing. Okay. Number two, same situation, we're moving, grab, go to here. Throw it by, step up, let's start to step sideways, he defends, I pull his head down to the ground, come into position. Okay. So that's a very simple takedown strategy you can start employing. Okay. Remember on takedowns, always very important. Your posture is so crucial. So when I'm on my knee, I'm here. My head's up, I'm using my face. Okay. So my spine is in a straight line. I'm not looking down. Okay. The other thing that I'll do from this position, if I want to pull guard, let's say I want to pull close guard. Okay. From here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to jump up. Okay. And the way that I'm going to jump is with this leg first. Okay. So I'm going with the with my collar grip leg, okay, and there's a specific reason for that. So all I do is I walk back a little bit, I want to get him moving around. The second I feel him push into me, I jump, okay. So I go here, I push, I jump, and I close to this position, okay. The reason I go like that, if I go the opposite way, if I jump this leg first, there's a chance he's going to get this hand and block my other leg as it comes up, and I'll just land on the ground. Does that make sense? So if we do that, I'll go here. As I start to jump, but Scott checks me and I don't manage to get to the close guard. Because I've got control of this wrist, he can't do that anymore. Like when I go here, I jump and I pull him down. By having it here, it's very easy to start attacking straight to the femora as well. The other thing I'll do is I won't jump square either. It's not that I'm just jumping straight forwards towards him. When I jump this leg around towards the side, okay? So we're here, we're moving around, okay, again, come forward, I'm here. So we're almost kind of like spiraling. That makes it very hard for him to keep his balance. So that's kind of a simple strategy you can start using. I'll just quickly share a couple of my favorite grip breaks as well, because these are very important to learn. If we're moving around and I don't get that collar grip, he beats me to it, boom, I'm like, I don't want this. This is going to stop my takedowns. I can't shoot on him, he can snap me down, all sorts of stuff. So what I do, what I'm going to do, I reach my hand over, okay, just into the pad of his grip, put my thumb on top, okay. Now my other hand grips, and I'm going to strip this down. I can go down or up, but down's usually the easiest. So I step back, here, slide this one down, okay. It's like a rope sliding through your fingers. It's very hard to hold on to. And because I've got this grip here, it loosens his fingers a little bit, makes it harder for him to hold. So again, he beats me to it, I go here. Okay, now I can choose to go right lead if I want to, I can arm drag if I want to, which obviously we can show you at a later date. But these are the things that I can be looking at doing, okay. For the sleeves, if he goes to grab my sleeves, like the simplest thing is I can circle, grip this one out, okay. Or I lift my arm up and then pull out. Or I can use my knee if I really have to, strip down, okay. So one more time, I can circle, strip it out, okay. Here I can pull my arm up, strip it out, okay. And then the final one, I can use my knee to strip it out, okay. So that's my basic kind of way that I'll start setting up my takedowns from there. My name is Tom Barlow from Master Academy Plymouth. If you'd like to learn more about me, more videos from me, more information about me, please check out my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Thomas Barlow. Or for more videos like this, please check out the Warrior Collective.